Welcome to another edition of the Tiger Football Report. I'm your host, Spiro Marikas, along with the head coach of the Tigers, Pete Shinnick. And coach, the Tigers traveled to North Dakota, first time since 1983. The two teams have played in Fargo, and things started out pretty well. It was 3-3 early in that football game, but then a couple of things happened. A block punt, a 3rd and 19 that they converted into a huge play.
Yep.
And the next thing you know, it's 24-3 at halftime. How did you feel as the game started and as it progressed? What could you see happening?
Well, like you said, their opening drive, we knew they'd come out and be able to run and pass, and you got to get a feel for what they're doing. I mean, you can't, preparing for that offense, you got to see it live to get a great feel for it. Your scout teams can do a great job. So I was really pleased, holding them to 3. And then we go down and feel like we had an opportunity to score there. Great play by their DB, or we might be up 7-3. And then obviously they get points, and then we get the block, and then we go 3 and out again. So 2 3 and outs on offense, and then we get the punt return in there as well, right?
That's right.
Really things that I thought were uncommon for us, because I think we've been very, very good with our punt cover team and our punt protection and all of that. With that being said, 24-3, go in the locker room, and question I asked our guys is, hey, have they shown us anything that we haven't seen? Have they done anything that is brand new here? I said, look, we've just missed our opportunities. So come out the second half, obviously starting with the turnovers, not the way you want to do it, but then really from that point on, I think we played very competitive football. So you can't go back and pick and choose what quarters you like. You can't go back and say, okay, well, hey, we're going to throw out the second quarter, and you get your best 3 quarters, and you get to keep it. So second quarter was, not as productive, obviously, as we needed to be. I felt like we left a lot out there. Third quarter, I think we showed what type of team we're capable of being, and getting that thing within 7 points there. In the fourth quarter, felt good about our chances.
We also want to thank the folks at the Backyard for having us here today for this edition of the Coaches Show. The one problem when you have those 3 and outs like you do, and then they have those long drives, your defense gets worn down.
Most definitely, yeah. And, North Dakota State's a team that, they're going to huddle. They're going to, that 40-second clock, they're going to take, 39 of it. So, you're not going to have these quick drives out of them. And, one of the things that we wanted to do was, keep everything in front of us. They're an explosive offense. They'd had some big plays. They had, been able to run guys deep and stuff like that. And I thought we did a great job doing that. But, in that, you give up a little. And so, we tried to regulate, where we were on third down, where we were in some of the things that we were doing. And I feel like, we got better at it. But like you say, offense goes 3 and out. You do that 3 times in a row. North Dakota State, I don't know that they've gone 3 and out on an offense, 2 times in a row, anytime. And so really put pressure on our defense. The thing I like, though, really, and again, going back to halftime, looking at our defense, they didn't look beat up. They didn't look distressed. They didn't look like they were out of place. And, you go into a place like that and you're kind of searching for yourself. Who are we? What's it going to look like? How are we going to do? And I don't think our guys were in awe at all. And I think what they saw is, hey, we play our best football. We can play with the number 2 team in the country. Now, they're number 2 for a reason. They find ways to win. They find ways to, make things happen, and they find ways to extend leads. So,
Carlos Davis had missed the game against Villanova. It looked like maybe he needed a few series to get the rust off a little bit, but as the game progressed, he got better as it went along.
Yeah, I thought he had a great second half, really do, obviously, other than the interception. Again, felt really good about that opening drive, but even that, I've seen him throw that ball on the run, to his right and loft it over, throw it, you want to throw that thing middle of the end zone. You don't want to keep it right there on the goal line. You want to make your guy run to it. We say we're throwing to us or nobody, so don't want their defender to be involved with that. But yeah, I agree. And, he's a guy that missed the last half of last season, with an injury, and that's how we ended up getting him, because he got, a medical red shirt. So to throw out, play 2 games, take 1 game off, come back, I felt like there was a little rust there. But like you said, really, really happy with how he came on. in the second half. And he showed his feet, he showed his arms, his arm strength. He showed what he could do. Hit JD down the sideline for a really nice big play before we went to kind of a little bit of a short yardage package there. Threw in Nathan Kent, trying to use him. So might be the first time for us. Played 3 quarterbacks in different scenarios. So, but yeah, excited how he progressed and look forward to him continuing to get better.
All right, week off this week. How do you deal with that? What do you do with practice, getting ready for next week, a week from this Saturday against William and Mary?
Yeah, we're gonna go hard Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and told the guys really Thursday's their game day. We're gonna lift Friday morning and then give the players off the weekend because really we've got some guys injured, we've got some guys a little beat up. We want them to recover. We want them to get to a place where they're thriving. And so far we've had 2 really good practices, and we told them Thursday's their game day. We've been doing a lot of Towson versus Towson to just kind of clean up all the little mistakes. I feel like we're a really good football team. Our record just doesn't show it. I feel like we're moving in the right direction. We just haven't gotten the win in these tight games. And so, liked how we played against Cincinnati, just needed to play better. Obviously, we had the Villanova game, but couldn't finish it there at the end. And then I like how we played against North Dakota State. I think the final score doesn't indicate the type of game it was throughout the second half. And, my challenge to our guys is just keep getting better. This week was a week to, really fine-tune some of the things that we're doing, some of the little mistakes that we've made. I think, 90% of our issues are fixable. And that we kind of controlled a little bit of what took place with our mistakes. So we got to do a better job. Excited about what we've seen so far this week and looking to finish strong.
I saw this week that you have played the 6th toughest FCS schedule in the country so far.
Yeah,
so.
I would not disagree with that. And so I say this: William and Mary's 14 right now. They win this weekend. They'll probably come in as a top 10 team, and so we'll have 3 top 10s in a row. So let's see what it looks like.
Isn't that great? I'm sure you'll be watching their game on Saturday.
Most definitely.
All right, Coach, thank you. And again, thanks to the folks at the Backyard for having us here tonight. So for the head coach of the Tigers, Pete Shinnick, I'm Spiro Marikas. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Tiger Football Report.